Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Just want to quickly update you here because Bitcoin is currently retesting again here this ascending trend line that has been with us now basically since the low here on the 18th of June. We've got now 3 touch points here and we're just making the 4th touch point by coming down to that level. We talked about in the video before that we expect one more dip here, at least one more dip, that there was currently no evidence for a low, and I showed you even here an ideal target area for wave 4. We didn't even quite reach it, we missed it by a few dollars, but then saw quite a strong reaction already to the downside. Now that could mean we are only in this wave. We are still in the wave 4. That's one possibility, and that we are only doing here currently. And again, we get hit my micro counting that we've only done here basically a wave A. We are now doing the wave B, and we will come up in a wave C before we come down. That would actually not be too unlikely because in my opinion, we can currently count here in this wave A 3 waves. That's fine. A 3-wave wave A would suggest that the wave B retracement is quite strong, and we are doing that now because it could be a flat pattern, and then we would expect here a wave C to move up in a regular flat in a wave 4. Absolutely possible, because it is quite interesting that Bitcoin has not yet made here a lower low against the wave 3 low, which I have here on the chart. So the wave 3 low was at 20,780. We've only come down to 20,956. So we haven't reached really that target range yet. So it makes me wonder if this is only the wave A, B, C, then we go down in the wave 5. No guarantee though. It's quite interesting that the altcoins are currently making like lower lows. Just here on the ADA chart, you can see an example made a lower low. Bitcoin isn't doing that as at the moment. So, however, it could also, of course, be a truncated wave 5. We don't know that yet, but these are sort of the options. I think of this move down, though, we are quite close now to the bottom. Which doesn't mean that we definitely move up now in an impulse, but it means that there should be some kind of recovery now coming. The reason for that is, if I'm looking at the 4-hour chart, we are now quite strongly oversold. We can see currently bullish divergences on various altcoin charts. Bitcoin here not yet, but if Bitcoin pushes a little bit lower, comes below that 20,780 level, then I think the RSI will actually make a higher low. That is always a good indication that this low here could already be in, and that we are at least going to see some kind of a rather substantial recovery. So that is something to keep an eye on, especially as we're currently pulling back here to this key support level of this ascending trend line. Very, very important. At the moment, this wave count here still suggests that we created here a wave 1, a wave 2, here another 1-2 pattern, and here another 1-2 pattern. We have 3 1-2 patterns. That's one way of interpreting it. The other way of interpreting it is as an expanding leading diagonal, which I've showed you as well. Absolutely possible. Not an ideal wave count, but it is totally in line with the Elliott Wave rules and guidelines, where from the low here we actually created a wave 1. We came down in a 2. We moved up in a wave 3. Came down in a 4, moved up in a 5, and now we're just correcting down here. That is absolutely possible as well. And this scenario would even allow for lower retracement levels all the way down to 19,265 or even 18,500. So very, very interesting at the moment what's going on here. And of course, the bearish scenario is always possible. I talked about the bearish scenario and gave it a 40% probability anyway. So this is still on the radar, and I've repeatedly stated we need to allow for all options here at the moment. So let me pull up the bearish scenario, not this one, because this doesn't really work. Also not this one, it was the other one. It was the other one, this one. Yeah, WXY is basically the only one, in my opinion, which works here. There are a few variations of it, and you know, there are a few variations that they don't really change a lot here. What I'd like to point out here is that in this scenario, yeah, let's say this is the bearish scenario, because this scenario would lead to lower lows, so lower compared to 17,600. In this scenario as well, I mean, we could assume then that we are currently here forming only a wave 1 to the downside. So if this is the case, and this is currently a wave 1, maybe with one more lower low here, then there will be a wave 2 retracement. Yeah, and that will be followed by a wave 3 down, which will be a strong sell-off, a wave 4 up, and a wave 5 down. Anybody who's buying down here could then sell the wave 2, for example, yeah? And one possible level then, should this really be very close here, let me just draw that line here better. So should this really be very close to the end of wave 1, then you could expect a retracement in a wave 2 to possibly here 22,500, yeah, in quite a short period of time, or maybe even 23,000, the 50% fib level, and possibly even the 61.8%. That is actually the golden ratio, yeah, the most relevant fib level at 23.5K. So it could be quite a substantial recovery, especially as we have now come down to the low of that and the support level of this channel in which Bitcoin has been trading since the low. Yeah. At the moment, I'm still here carefully bullish. I'm leaning still more towards the bullish scenario. In my opinion, it's always important to stay consistent, yeah, and not just switch around with scenarios just because the price is going down a little. Of course, if certain scenarios get invalidated, then we are moving into other scenarios. And I need to tell you here very clearly, a bearish scenario is possible. I find it less likely than the bullish one. I've said that as well, but it is definitely something that we need to have on the radar, and that we do not want to be surprised off. Yeah. So, but I don't think that we are just, and that would be very, very bearish, and in my opinion, it doesn't happen, that we just go down here now straight away. There should be a recovery to the upside before we come down, and that could all happen still in this channel. Yeah. Okay, and yeah, just want to update you here about Bitcoin. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.